Good morning, everybody. Apologies for not being able to stream last night. I didn't get home until very late, and we had company over pretty much as soon as I, as soon as I got settled in. So I almost had to work today too, but good thing I stayed late yesterday, so I didn't have to. Alrighty, so if I recall from last week, Raven has just eluded us, so now we have to run around look for the mansions. Try and find an answer on how to get to them.
Hey, you!
Hey, you.
Where do I find the 5 mansions?
The House of the Scholars is a large library. It must be somewhere far to the north. The House of the Warriors was a fortress ringed by rocks in the east. The priests and guardians of the dead had their dwellings near each other. You should find them in the southwest. And the healers had their House of Convalescence in the southeast. If these houses are still standing, you'll recognize them from their method of construction. They are elevated. A steep stairway leads to the entrance covered by high columns.
Also, pretty much the only noteworthy structures still around.
About the mansions?
Yes?
The House of the Healers is in the middle of the swampy area and is defended by many stone sentinels.
So it is still standing?
Yes, but I wonder for how much longer.
It pains my soul to see the witnesses of the past in this dilapidated condition.
The Mansion of the Warriors is being used by Raven as a hideout.
He made a good choice. It is probably the most secure fortress still to be found in this region.
Teach me the...
And what...
I don't care about these. What are you looking like for potions? It is hard to, like, try and get back into this after taking a week off. Takes a bit to get my focus back. These are about the same. This only has fire protection. But might as well wear it. Oh, we got Lizardos moved back in. This door can't figure out stairs. Like that. Oh god. Got a treasure site over here. Should we grab that before we move on? And smack these fools. Go away! God damn it. And behold.
I think I've found something.
And what do we got? Worthless. I don't understand why people spend so much time shooting barrels. Like every corner you turn in this game, there's a barrel full of arrows. Aren't even fish in it. The one thing that really like gets me about this area, this whole DLC area, is really not that big. They just do a good job kind of building the landscape to make it feel more immense. You know, like making all these big chasms and gorges that you have to cross, and, you know, twisting paths you have to navigate. God, so many snappers. 5 fast potions. Oh, the hasty herrings. I don't see much need for them. I'll use them on select circumstances.
Nothing
Why
to be
the
had there.
storm sound decided not to do anything today. Oh shit, I forgot the cat's in the room. 1 second. Am I alive? Sweet. I don't know why the game got so fucking quiet all of a sudden. Oh my god. All I did... There we go. All I did was pull... My microphone's on a boom stand. All I did was pull it towards me. Everything just cut out, and I had to, like, individually re-enable everything. I don't know what the hell that was about. But it was a pain in the ass. Oh god, orc. That was ill-timed. Oh god! Fucking step. God, he's still after me. Fuck. Wrong potions. Stay away. Boing. Oh god! This guy means business. Ah, fuck. My escape failed. What the fuck? He just went flying down too, and he didn't die. God. Oh, we are off to a terrible start. Yeah, I know the cheat for all that. God dang it, now I gotta kill all this again. Can you just... I hate these things. Boy, I hate these things. You shut your mouth. Is there a third one? I don't know why I thought there was a third one. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. You missed me breaking the audio and then falling off a cliff. That was about it.
I think I've found something.
Give this another read. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't know what the hell happened there. He's like... High-end microphones seem extremely fickle. Like the slightest tug on the USB cord and they just shit the bed. Aha. This one's still running around like he doesn't give a shit. Can you just die? Like when things hit you? Can you die? Come on. I don't know why the sound effects for the storm are not really working here. Alright, let's see if I can get the jump on those orcs this time. They don't surprise me. Really nasty things. Take that. I think I said it before in like the Gothic 1 series. Like, it's a shame that when you kill something with fire, it doesn't cook the meat for you. Yeah, they're pretty tough, but I mean they're based on the mole rats, which are annoying to fight. Oh god. So normally there's a shaman here. Ow, 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 ow. But for some reason, he didn't seem to be here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fuck! Really? Jump up, you fool. Are they still falling? That's fine, that's fine. Aha! Take that.
Nothing to be had there.
And that's how you kill orcs. Morning, Ron. Morning, Sir Kick. Aha, that's a good one, AOC. I have a 980, an i7 quad core or something. I don't know. The DX11 I think is pretty
Nothing to be had there.
CPU heavy, so having a fast processor helps with that. But yeah, this is all modded. So you know, DX11, new texture packs, all that good stuff. I could run the DX11 on my old laptop, but it you know, chugged like a dog and did not tend to last long because it would overheat. But then again, my old laptop overheated like a motherfucker. I think that orc is gone. What a dork. What a dork orc. That's exactly what I have, actually. So yeah, that should be plenty good. Man, stop judging my titles. There, better. Now, AOC, you wanted me to cheat in all the armors so I could see what this guy would accept. I don't know if I want to do that because I have to drop them all somewhere. Well, Gothic 2 is my favorite, and it's also the first one I played. Hard to say what's easiest to mod. The old ones used to be a pain in the ass to mod, but now they seem to be pretty straightforward. Yeah, so he takes anything. He won't take like mercenary armor, mage robes, paladin armor, militia armor. He'll take the pirate armor. He won't take any bandit armors. He'll take the Ring of Water armor. You can give him, you know, if you cheat in the armors that you can't normally get. Actually, I wonder if he takes the, like, shadow robes. That'd be kind of hilarious. Maybe I will cheat it in, but then I'll reload. Insert armor. I don't know what that means. A big bag of armor. So there, now we have every armor in the game. I didn't realize that the High Paladin and Heavy Dragon Hunter were the same specs. So we have the Seeker Cloak, Raven's Armor, which you can't normally get, Zardas's Robe, Templar Armor, which you also can't normally get, Bloodwind's Armor, which actually, the Bloodwind's Armor doesn't turn you into a bandit. I forgot, because this isn't an accessible armor, so they never gave it the bandit flag. I don't think the Ore Baron armor works either. Yeah. So all these are just normal, but the ones that actually say you belong to the bandits are the ones you have to worry about. And this... None of the water mages wear this armor in this game, do they? They all wear this one. So it's interesting that they actually put this in the game files, but nobody uses it. There isn't a tutorial, but when I do the walkthrough, I'm going to have the mod pack in like a README file linked in the description, so I just haven't updated it because I've added a new texture pack and I need to update it to reflect that. Here's the nobility armor, clothes, shadow armor, Lester's armor. Oh! Okay, that's just the pants. For some reason, it changes my body, like, profile. All it does is add pants, but it changes my shoulders. You know why? I think they modified the hero's model a little bit for Gothic 2 versus Gothic 1, and these are from Gothic 1. Shame you can never get this badass vest, though. Can I give him the dresses? That'll be hilarious. What the hell is this? I've never seen this before. Oh, wow. Okay, that just took a while to render. Can I give him the,
What are you...
What I expected.
Let's see if I can give him the dress.
Yes.
And
I have some clothes.
really?
Okay, so we can give him, Zardas's armor. Oh, which one was it? One of these? No, dress.
They do.
Nice!
Well, what do I do now? I gave all my gold to the pirates for the crossing. All I can give you is a couple of old stone tablets. Here, take them.
Sweet.
Yes, they're the... I mean...
So, for some reason, this guy can also teach you how to read the old stone tablets. It seems kind of redundant, because he I mean, you can learn it from Mixier, so what's the point? I'm gonna wear that, and I'm just gonna drop the rest of these, because I want him to stay in the dress, because it's hilarious. Yeah, it really accentuates his feminine physique. I want to make sure I don't drop something that I actually rightfully own. So 2 copies of that. Ah, crap. No, I never owned the heavy armor. Only the medium? Hopefully I didn't add anything else to my inventory. Look at the letters he tell you when he teaches you the language. Oh, it's too late now. I already learned them all. I just inserted them with cheats just because I wanted to see what we could give this guy. I love the way he holds his hand so dainty, too. He's really come out of his shell. Okay, well, I want to wipe these out. Like, gotta be careful I don't kill him. Oh, he only teaches the peasant language? Yeah, so that's even dumb. That you're most likely to have learned by now. Take that. And that. Oh, God! Oh! That was dangerous. I almost slipped down into the abyss. Best armor in Gothic 2 is either the heavy paladin armor or the heavy dragon hunter armor. Both have the highest specs. They're pretty much identical. Oh, good point.
I think I've found something.
I didn't think of that, but then again, I mean, he's standing right next to the teleporter to get back to Mixier anyway. Oh well, at least they were kind enough to, you know, consider that. I could be eating all these mushrooms now. I know there's over 550 in the game. There's no way I'm going to look for them all. Too much fuss. But I shall grab them when I seize them. Zardos? No, his armor sucks. I think it's below even the high robe of fire. There's a whole list. I can pull it up for you. I think it includes the ones you can't get as well. So that's the list of all the armor in the game with their stats and their values. And now I guess Zardos's is identical to the high fire robe, but for some reason valued 5 times higher. What's the magic armor? Magic armor? I didn't even see that. Zardos is an interesting fellow because he kind of stands between good and evil. He uses the powers of Beliar, but actively works against him with it somehow. Begs the question, why does Beliar keep gifting him power? But then we learn at the end of this game, maybe it wasn't really a gift, maybe it was, stolen.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I've activated another one of the teleporter stones.
You have done really well. I can only congratulate you on your work. They're all working again now. An impressive sight, don't you think?
Indeed.
There are a few gold coins.
Why, thank you. Is there anything I was trying to learn? Because I don't want to go wasting these learning points on something stupid. Now, in Gothic 3, he used the orcs as a tool, I guess. They were a means to an end. And sure, he got a lot of people killed in the process, which begs the question, do his ends justify the means? That's kind of up to you. Alright, beastie. I mean, there's really no justifying helping the orcs other than personal gain. The orcs do nothing for, you know, the good of the community. They're just taking shit for themselves. Of course, siding with the rebels means trying to reinstate the king, who is certainly a dickhead in and of himself. I am not having a good time articulating this morning. I would say the rebels, because they get to take over more towns. The orcs own all the towns, the rebels only have 3 camps. So liberating the rebel camps really isn't that much fun. What's interesting to me is that the neutral ending requires you to basically do the least. Because the only things you have to do are take down the king and take down Ishtar. Oh god, that was a mistake. Ow. 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 Oh god, they followed me. Alright, well, screw all y'all. I got the goods. Hey, that one just ignored me. He went to go eat that thing. Oh, silly carnivores. You don't have to find ancient magic. It's kind of silly that they phrase it that way. Because you just learn it from other mages. Neutral ending makes you... Yeah. But... The Beliar ending makes you do the Ishtar and Vanguard as well. Obviously the Innos ending doesn't, but the Beliar ending requires you to take over like everything. And ironically, it makes you an enemy of the Hashishin. Because you have to take over Ishtar and none of the rest of the cities. You don't actually have to take them over. As long as you kill the leader, then, you know, you're done. That's just how we do. I don't know if there's enough to one-shot skeletons. Not really. I mean, does he? I swear I've always had to, like, take over the whole city whenever Zubin attacked me. Oh, I was about to say. I don't remember how it worked in my walkthrough, though. Because that was like 6 years ago. Did I miss something? Negative. Zubin is the leader of the Hashishin. yeah, if you try to support the orcs and rebels at the same time, eventually you'll become an enemy of one of them when your reputation gets too high. It's not really based on the reputation, although the content mod does add a feature like that. It's when you start taking over cities or like killing people from one faction, eventually you'll add up and they'll stop trusting you, and then they'll attack you on sight. I learned that the hard way first time I played the game, and I walked through all the cities, basically doing all the quests and liberating it and moving on to the next city, and by the time I got to Geldern, the orcs were like permanently hostile. And then that complicated it when I went to Varant, because the orcs there would attack me on sight, and that would start a liberation with any nearby Hashishim. I mean, he dies. You can't finish his ending if you kill him. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't even see I picked up that one. Oh, that is true, yeah. And no, there is no Gothic 4. Never been such a thing. Don't even look it up.
Nothing there.
Yeah, I did technically finish his ending without him when I did the my secret fourth ending. It's funny, the only thing that changes is Hero refers to himself alone going to the unknown land instead of with Zardos. God, I hate these things. Oh, really? I don't know why I had the... I thought you were around a bit longer than that. But I'm glad that, like, YouTube actually, like, shows my videos in, like, recommendations once in a while. Actually, it's funny. Certain things I search that are Gothic related, like on Google, my videos end up being like the first result. If you search for Mike Hoga Spacetime, the first result is still my video that I made back in like 2015. Yeah, because I remember you being around from the start of The Witcher, and I thought you had like found my channel a bit earlier than that. I don't know. I have trouble like remembering when people first started like regularly commenting on my channel. There's some people who have been around for a while. I'm like, I don't even recognize you. And that's just me, you know, having a terrible memory. Get those from here? Yes, I can. Sweet. Just wipe them all out. Yeah, I mean, you make friends with Diego, Lester, Gorn, and Milton all...
Nothing to be had there.
Throughout Gothic 1, just walking around doing the quests, and... Yeah, like, there's so many recurring characters, and that's why I'm glad, like, with Gothic 2, they kind of, gave you an out. Like, if it was the first game you played, you could, you know, pick the option that says, I don't remember you, and then they'd give you a little backstory on all the characters. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend my old Gothic 2 thing anyway. Those were even worse. It's a quick and easy way to deal with those fucking things. The storm spell is great for just dealing with the trash as you roam around. Not so much for trying to one-shot tougher enemies. That's what the fire rain is good for, but usual run-of-the-mill nastiness this handily takes care of. I think it'll one-shot all these mine crawlers too, so it makes this whole mansion a complete joke. Nailed all them swamp rats while I'm at it. Do need to buy more potions, though. I don't think I really used it until last time when I... Not last time, but like last time I played this when I was trying to practice Pure Mage. And I realized that it's half the damage of the Fire Rain, but it's available in Chapter 3. So, you know, maybe I can make use of it. Sure enough, I can. Oh, freaking Mantoid. Yeah, come at me, fools. Oh shit, I got another one. Might have just pulled them all. You have to pray at shrines to learn spells. There we go. So yeah, Shrines of Innos, you learn his spells. Shrines of Beliar, you learn his spells. And Druids and Water Mages can teach you Adonos spells. And any mage can teach you how to increase your Ancient Knowledge, which is the stat that you need to unlock
Nothing to be had
spells.
there.
And even more handily, it actually, the higher your Ancient Knowledge, the more effective normal spells are. So if you have a really high Ancient Knowledge, even the basic Fireball can be a solid spell for the end of the game. Fire Mage just has more offensive spells. Water Mage has better support spells, like, you know, summon animals or... I don't remember what else they have, to be honest. Ice Block, very handy. But you don't have to choose a faction in Gothic 3, so you can learn spells from all three disciplines with, like, no barriers. Yeah, you can learn any of the different spells. The only thing is, it's the end of the game where you can learn the best ones, and that depends on which ending you try to go for. But by then, you really have like no time to use any of those spells, so it's kind of meaningless. Yeah, that's a good point. I never really considered that. Yeah, how do you, how would Satyrus explain himself if he if it turns out his plan worked? It would have been the exact same thing. Okay, so we got which tablet, the blue one out of this? Cardamon devised a second trap, and only he who follows the way of light to the end will reach the third chamber. I'm sure that'll be a riddle for the future. Did I not say that? Also, hello, Fenoris, or Fënoris. Need potions. I haven't been dropping frames this morning. Usually Saturday mornings.
Let's...
I have terrible streaming problems. Oh, I don't have mana potions. What a jerk. So I can sell him a bunch of shite. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm supposed to be using that for mana bonus. I'm a Dorcas. That'd be hilarious if, like, if you sold armor to merchants, they would equip that just like they equip weapons. And then you sell them the bandit armor and everyone attacks them because they put it on. Ah, crap. No, yeah. I don't know why none of these fools sell mana potions. Perhaps, what's his name? With the Banditos does. Not much. We just went to one of the mansions. We gave the hermit address. And that's about it. Morning, Schrodinger's cat and P1 Dota. God damn. Yeah, I love how they finally give you this armor, but because it's a bandit armor, you don't get to wear it in most public places. And I also forgot to loot Lance. Poor swine. Uh-oh, shit. Okay. A little worried. My work phone, I got a text and I thought someone was going to tell me, oh, you have to go in today. Yeah, it's a good point. Does it work on the bandits in the Valley of Mines? I never actually really played around with it. Ah, funny. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I can wipe out the ones that repopulate the valley later on. God damn it, you don't sell them either. Who the hell sells mana potions here? Maybe Fisk. Fisk is Fisk.
Nobody ever asked me.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised that they actually went through the trouble of flagging those guys as a bandit faction instead of their own, like, hostile faction. That way, like, you know, we didn't have any of this weirdness. Fortuno.
Yes, I'll even pay you.
Sorry, I forgot I can sell swap weeds. 9 to swap weeds. Really not worth all that much, and actually, I probably shouldn't have done that. I don't need these weeds. Because we need 3 swamp weed plants for the Eye of Innos ritual.
Those are all just rumors.
I don't think Samuel had any, but I'll take a look.
He should have known.
Nah, some of them might have been convicts. It might have been like
Show
leftover,
me-
like Quentin's men. This guy didn't have shit either. Ah, bollocks. I mean, I can probably get through the rest of this with the potions I have, but... God damn, Fisk. Okay, well, I got 2 there. But I didn't break too many lockpicks on that, because that wasn't worth it. I can make potions. Guess I have enough fire roots. Oh, wow. I realized I had another king sorrel. So I think there's a bug with the alchemy system in this game, where if you try to make something and you don't have all the ingredients for it, it won't make the potion, but it will consume whatever ingredients you do have. So it's almost like you failed the potion. Yeah, the fire devils suck, but I think the storm spell might one-shot them, or very close to it. I want to keep some of these, though. I guess we'll brew some extracts. Yeah. It's weird. It seems to be, like... almost like when you launch the game, or, like, excuse me. Install the game. It's like a flip of the coin whether or not the fire effects for the fire devils will render properly. Because sometimes even... like, the same mods and everything, same patches, inexplicably they'll be fine. But even, like, relaunching the game doesn't seem to make a difference. Really? I've never had that happen. Undead Dragons always worked fine for me. I guess I'll just finish off the fire weeds. Alrighty. Slap that bad boy on.
He thinks it's as easy as that. Anything's possible.
Huh. I'm pretty sure I've seen that before, just for some reason I can't visualize it right now.
It can't go on like this forever.
Hey,
Oh, I never talked to her.
We other don't well, but
I could have sworn I talked to her.
we'll have so the only no
get
Nope. Alright. I always forget, like, what I have to do
I was
Good.
to make up the difference when the game freezes. Oh yeah, and I need to get him a hasty herring. Or no, a loose hammer. Yeah, I don't know why they never got the hang of like damage types in the first 2 games.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
I mean, even in Gothic 3 they were glitchy as hell. That's why only like a couple weapons even had it.
For us.
Like the ice sword could freeze people when you stabbed them. Oh, here's some swampweed. Might as well harvest. Yeah, that was always hilarious. They had patched it pretty early in Gothic 3, but for some reason I think the glitch came back in the original release of Forsaken Gods, because I remember getting it again. And it would crash the game when I remember, I think what finally, I just gave up after, 2 hours of Forsaken Gods, when I had the fire sword. And, I took it out and I swung it around because I was like, ooh, cool fire. When I put it away, for some reason it made a second copy that just dropped on the ground, and when I picked up that copy, the game crashed.
The things I could tell you.
That's not
Anything new? Now that... Show me...
You don't have to tell me that.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
You don't have to tell me that.
Is it really true?
Hey! I've got a recipe for you.
Great. Let
Great.
me see. What kind of recipe?
God, this guy's so bad at doing a Scottish accent.
It's from Snaff.
From Snafe.
But it sounds terrible. I must try it at once.
Be careful. That's absolutely deadly stuff.
You're scaring me, but I'll give it a try anyway.
Yeah, you do that.
I want something...
Name your
Give me one of the lows.
I want Lou's hammer.
Great stuff. Put it down the hatch.
Down the hatch. Give me another one.
I want...
Great.
I don't remember what the
Give me a...
Don't do anything.
lose does. Double lose just almost kills you. I know that much. Makes the toughest drinker sleepy. Well, I'll take a nap. Yeah, so it doesn't do you any favors. Mana +1. Well, that's real helpful. Yeah, I've heard of that enhanced edition or whatever mod. I guess it makes the controls a little more conventional. I don't know, I still have to give it a try. People keep recommending it to me, but I don't have the time to get invested in Gothic 3 again right now.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
That's really not my problem.
And there's more, believe me.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Oh, I didn't even check to see if he had potions. I'm a dork.
That's really
Oh,
not
my back is killing me.
The things I could tell you.
You know, that flag is supposed to have a wavy effect on it.
Don't tell me that.
It seems the animation froze.
His decision, wasn't it?
You hardly know who to believe these days.
I bought it from Samuel. I gave him the recipe and he made it and I bought it. And it didn't do anything because it almost killed me. I thought someone had said if you survive it you get XP, but I didn't see that happen.
What else?
Now you ain't got shit. I guess we can do the canyon while we're here. I have to remember to go see Malcolm. Or what's left of him.
Nobody will learn.
For some reason I always forget that guy.
Tell me that isn't true.
The recipe is behind a locked door in Snaff's kitchen. And you have to get the key from a swamp shark. He left a letter on the door saying Lou went out into the swamp and never came back. He probably got eaten by swamp sharks. So if you go out where Logan hunts swamp sharks with you, there's another one further out. And if you kill him, he drops a key. It's an interesting roleplay, but I don't know. I didn't try to make mental connections between Gothic and Risen. Because obviously they were referencing Gothic the whole time. But it was too dissimilar to consider like a sequel or even like the same universe. So I never really thought of it that way. Yeah, I don't use the speed potions often enough to care to invest in them. I think they are cheaper than normal speed potions, though, aren't they? Yeah. I don't know what the time limit is on the Hasties. Good morning, Timo. Speaking of morning, I'm going to go get another coffee, so be right back. You know, that is a good point. I think someone had called me out on the fact that when I play as a mage, I never use speed potions. Regardless of how helpful they really are. They're 30 gold, I think, but yeah. I think what annoys me is you have to buy them one at a time. Oh yeah, the really, like, strict leash thing that they do in those stupid games. Where they immediately, like, refill their health when their aggro breaks. So, we got the Fire Devil in here, and yeah, his effect is a little different today. I always thought they were supposed to be somewhat transparent. Or maybe not. So the ice block, let's take a look. I know it doesn't freeze them, but I think it does a fair amount of damage. Okay, maybe not that fair. He actually doesn't hurt too much, but let's see how well this works. Holy crap! Ice Lance is like lethal. Take him down in 3 hits. Yeah. The Fire Devils, they tried to get so like fancy with the visual effects, and it just breaks like a million different ways. And we got a lot of hit points. 6 more strength. Well, that puts us almost at a new weapon. At the cutlass. Yeah. Just eat the mandibulars. God damn it. It's a 50-50 shot if I can get it right, and I get it wrong every fucking time. Right, but they had already done that with the, well, actually, with this one, they used the undead Shadow Beast. But yeah, he's got a, I think they make a cream for that now. I don't remember, were there Shadow Beast skeletons in Gothic 1? I feel like they were kind of in the same spot in the valley that they are now. So the lovely thing with this storm spell, very easy to cheese these guys from the door. But they do like to run off. If they do that, if you open the door, usually you can get them to come back. Take that. Even nail this guy quick. Yeah, eat it. Oh, crapple. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. And door stress. Aha! Whoa, he tried to punch me through the door. There's a lot of them running around in there. Oh, crap. Take this. You sorry fools. There weren't any in Gothic 1? I couldn't remember. Ah, yeah. Good old Dark Mysteries. It's kind of funny that Dark Mysteries tried to create their own skeleton Shadow Beast, considering they imported a lot of stuff from Gothic 2 anyway. Yeah. All the mansions are difficult with the other classes, but this one especially. The nice thing is we learn a lot of the story and get XP for reading all these. But it's hard to know which one to start with. I think these are actually the last one. This is the last one you're supposed to read. But yeah, this is how you learn the history of what befell Jarkandar. Nah. The funny thing is, like, magic in this game is
Nothing to be had
tricky but OP when you know how to use it. In like the more recent, well, I remember in Risen 3, magic was just completely broken. So it was basically melee but unstoppable. Actually, I really want to play Risen 3 again. I don't know why. I've been like, well, really wanted to play it. Yeah. I mean, just exploiting the environment makes maging really easy in this game. Holy crap! Fuck off. I didn't realize the fire beast was hot on my heels. Are there more down here? I think there are. There is Juan. Are they freezable? I don't remember. Ah! They are freezable. That is ineffective. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Now, why is this one all checkerboarded? Oh, wow. Whoa. Okay. Wave of Death. I never really played with that too much. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Well, it's not a big deal if you don't know it anyway, because Quarhodran gives you infinite chances to just guess his answers. Oh, maybe we should go through and actually read them all so I have the answers. I usually fuck up one of them for some reason. Harhodran's age made it impossible for him to lead our army. We instructed him to resign his office and pass on the sword. Council of Five was to determine the successor, but the warrior caste denied the council a choice. Warriors would no longer submit to the council and selected his son Radamus as their new leader. Out of pride and confidence, Harhodran gave in to them. He delivered his sword to the son and hoped that he would wield it with the same strong hand he had himself. Oh, he did not. I only figured out by realizing that it's written in first person which cast member wrote it. Yeah. Well, I think, even like Satyrus explains that the leader of the scholars never wrote his name down anywhere. Radamus was weak. The will of the sword overcame him and made him his tool. The sword quickly recognized that the people were too weak to thwart its plans. Only the power of our ancestors could still withstand it. So it had Radamus banish or execute all the guardians, thus shattering all hope of release from this evil. Thus, not a single guardian of the dead was left when the remaining 4 disempowered leaders of our people made the bitter decision to surrender Jarkandar. War raged in the streets as the healers set out to seal the only entrance to our valley forever. In these halls, Harhodran, the High Priest, Cardamon, and I myself discussed a way to defeat Radamus and the sword. Harhodran and Cardamon were of the opinion that Radamus could be defeated in battle with united strength, but I knew the power of the sword too well to believe that was possible, so I made use of my right to veto the decision of the others. I decided instead to overcome Radamus with a ruse. Harhodran obeyed. He proceeded to the Temple of Adanos and sent for his son. His son's hatred had taken such a form that Radamus stormed the temple in a wild frenzy to execute his father. I recognized their plans when it was too late for him. Harhodran closed the holy chambers of the temple behind him, and Radamus was trapped in the temple for all time. Damn. And moving on. Okay, I think we did that out of order. Radamus was imprisoned forever in the Temple of Adanos, but the power of the sword was not broken. Its influence had become too great. The killings in the streets would not stop. The wrath of Adanos ended everything. The sea raised itself over Jarkandar, flooded the whole city. Only the temples and structures in the higher places were left almost untouched. The few who survived this catastrophe no longer had the strength to rebuild the city. Thus, the fate of Jarkandar was sealed. And did I miss one of the pedestals? This one started like it was in the middle of a sentence. Because only the Guardian of the Dead could call the ancestors. Their absence hurts us deeply. Without the counsel of the ancestors, we are at the mercy of our people. The healers were sent to seal the portal and destroy the key. Only Adanos knows what happened to them, or if they even achieved their goal. The warrior caste had been destroyed by the wrath of Adanos. The heart of the old warrior prince is broken. Only the remaining priests raise hopes and preach constantly of the rebirth of our once magnificent city. Jarkandar has fallen and will fade in the river of time. Yeah. It's a pretty sweet armor. A bit on the nose, though, with the raven imagery. Hang on, I need a sip of coffee. Boing. Oh yeah, I never visited the car. There is a semi-legit way to get there. I don't think we can get to it from this way, but we can always cheat. Oh god, I slipped. Oh god, I keep slipping. Oh my goodness. So screw all that. We're just gonna cheat to get there. Boing. Behold. Is that? Can you step on that? Whoa. Damn. You can see the core of the earth from here. Oh, wow. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. That was a little fussy. Yeah, their attempts at foreshadowing and kind of like retconning shit in Dark Mysteries was pretty lousy. Alright, well, here's the old, was this supposed to be a Volkswagen or something? Old burnt out husk. Well, I've always wanted to make a game with cars, you know. S. That's supposed to be Sasha Henricks. I'm not sure if S refers to him. I always forget, but I think he is the one who explained it in an interview with World of Players. Alright, well, we'll take the easy way down. And sweat. Oh, God! Yeah, true.
I think I've found something.
Oh man, now I have to turn the stupid watermark off again. Control F1 is advanced. Was he still on the team? I can never remember. Oh, God! That was lucky. I don't think he is. I'm pretty sure Bjorn and Mike Ruva are like the only ones still left from the olden days. Yeah. Well, I mean, all of Corinthus was supposed to have been populated by the builders at some point. But this was like their central area. I actually wonder, because I think the ruins in the swamp where the sect camp lived and like Iberian hung out, those are supposed to be Jarkandarian ruins as well. I mean, in this retcon. So I wonder if that's why the influence of the Sleeper was so strong there. Said, I mean, it's not like the sword was there, but maybe just the fact that Jarkandar was struck with the Wrath of Beliar from the sword. Maybe all the ruins kind of have that lingering connection in a way. I never watched the whole thing. Honestly, Mike Hoga was too awkward like the whole time. It was hard for me to watch. And like Kai was trying to play it up and like get him enthusiastic about it, but then Mike was all just like talking about how bad the game was.
I think I've found something.
Oh wow, we got a bunch of these. Okay, no, those are that helpful. Yeah. Oh, you know, it'd be real nice if Kai would get back to making that album that I backed on Kickstarter like 6 years ago. Seems that he, I mean, I understand that he's not making money off the album anymore because, like, working on it. All that money, it's probably gone. But instead, yeah, I mean, he's got 3 kids, so he has to take up work. But still, like, upsetting me. Yeah, because, well, I mean, affiliate is easy to get, because I think the parameters are you need to average... You only need to average that many viewers. And you only need to stream 7 times in 1 month, which he was streaming almost every night. Actually, I still haven't set up any of my affiliate shit yet. I don't know if I'm even gonna bother. Yeah, I got affiliate pretty much as a result of the Gothic 2 streams. Like, I never got it before because I would only stream like 2 or 3 times a month. And then doing Gothic 2, I finally hit the threshold of 7. There are a lot of crawlers on this island. This actually would have been a good place for the speed potion. Yeah, people can subscribe. I think you can get bits, which is basically fake money, but becomes real money. Yeah, you get emotes, or 1 emote. And then... what else you get? Nothing real, nothing that special. Still don't get ad revenue, even though they slap ads all over your fucking streams.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there.
Did I loot these already?
Nothing to be had there.
I don't think I had grabbed any of it. I find it kind of funny that they never really did anything with the crawlers again that significantly in this game. After the whole crawler nest thing in the first game. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't think I ever would have gotten it had I not started doing Gothic 2. Because I'd get lucky if, like, 2 people even watched my streams before. Smack. Yeah, the crawler nest was genuinely kind of creepy, disturbing in the first game. That's why I liked Risen 3 Margoloth's nest. It was kind of like a good throwback to it. It was a lot bigger and maybe not quite as atmospheric, but it reminded me of it. Wow. I don't think I've gotten raided. I don't know what I would do if I did, because I feel like a lot of annoying randoms would show up. Oh, wow. I didn't know this was here. Rune power. I thought the only place you could get that was in one of the dragon hordes. Yeah, Twitch there might be a lot of complaints about it, but they definitely handled their streaming platform way better than YouTube has been able to. YouTube just keeps fucking around with it. That and, of course, their video hosting. I don't know, they just can't stop messing it up. Mantids. Like that. I thought there were more of them out here. That was a waste. Hey, I got one. Yeah, there's no thriving on YouTube anymore. I mean, you could thrive if you're one of the handful of channels that were already big before all this happened. But even those are starting to die out. A lot of the, like, mid-tier YouTubers got, like, abandoned. It's like a lot of them were affiliated with Maker Studios, which when that got bought out by Disney, they eventually dropped, like, most of their, you know, under 1 million subscriber channels. So that's why everyone jumped ship over to Twitch. They weren't supported anymore. I almost joined a multi-channel network once, but I really didn't trust their stuff. They wanted to own, like, my AdSense account and be able to, like, police my content and shit. I wasn't about that life. YouTube will not succeed, because the problem is they're idiots and they won't make a good offer. And they're never going to be able to support him. Because they're going to keep taking his revenue streams away when they're more afraid of their advertisers. Iceland makes a fucking joke of these things. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I don't know why they even bother doing the rewinds anymore, because those never get a good reception. I hate to say it, but YouTube is getting desperate, and Google is never going to fix it, because as much money as they're probably losing on the site right now, they're way too proud to try and sell it or overhaul it. It always is. Every new rewind becomes the most disliked video of that year. The Google Plus integration is still a thing, though. Like, all the problems with it are still around, and nobody really seems to realize that. Like, the whole issue with duplicate channels. I don't really want to talk about it too much, but I actually got, a little over a year ago, I got in a huge shit show with somebody impersonating my channel and causing me a lot of problems. Because they were able to use my same avatar. They were able to make a channel with the exact same name. The only thing is the URL was different, but they stole, used my channel art and everything. And then starting shit on other channels to try and get me in trouble. Because that's something you can do. You can have duplicate usernames now. And that's been true ever since the Google Plus integration happened. I knew who it was in the sense that he was mostly still using the same account that I had blocked before.
Nothing there.
I don't feel like killing all these swamp sharks. Well, it's getting dark. I thought one end of this minecrawler cave came out behind the mages. Yeah, this dude, I mean, I just could not fathom, like, the lengths this dude was going to just to fuck around with, like, irrelevant channels on YouTube. Like, I was literally the biggest channel he was trying to mess with. The other people weren't even, like, content creators. They were just people with accounts that were getting harassed. You know, they had maybe a handful of videos, and he was just making duplicate accounts to act like the channel was being raided. And shit like that. Oh, it was all really dumb. I had to, like, try and keep quiet. I had to keep comments on an approval-only basis for a while. Just to make sure he wasn't trying to start shit again. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. She ended up closing down her channel. I think the guy finally, like, got the better of her. And she just gave up. So, unfortunately, that guy got what he wanted in the end. I was just this small channel that this guy was like the guy who impersonated my channel was harassing her with the fake channel, and then her followers started harassing me because they thought I was the one doing it. And then when we exposed this guy, he just turned into a nasty asshole, calling her like terrible things, and I think she finally just couldn't deal with it anymore. Because the guy would just make new accounts and keep going. So, you know, banning accounts really doesn't do anything. And I reported this dude, every single one of his accounts, for harassment and impersonation, and none of them got closed. Oh, I missed a potion. Should probably watch where I'm going. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, YouTube supports the people who abuse it. It's ridiculous. Because they go out of their way to make it easier for the people who are going to abuse the system. Not just for, like, copyright shit, but, you know, burden of proof is on the people being victimized. The only, like, positive thing they ever did was nowadays, if you get copyright claimed and dispute it, they hold all the ad revenue in escrow instead of, you know, it going to the person making the claim or just disappearing while it's in dispute. Yeah, my VODs have never gotten fully muted on Twitch, but, pre-roll music that I've done in some of them did get the first, like, 10 minutes of one of my Witcher 2 streams muted. Yeah, it's very quick to get fucked over on YouTube. That's why nobody likes to do it anymore. Or if they do, they rely on donations instead of trying to use ad revenue. The only problem is, even if you don't go for the ad revenue, which is like me, being a YouTube partner gives you the ability to make, you know, long videos. Normally you're restricted to 15 minutes. It lets you do custom thumbnails, all sorts of like annotations and stuff that, you know, for user convenience and engagement and shit. All of that goes away as soon as you get a copyright strike. So you're back to being like a first-time user. Yeah, it's the same clickbait strategies that have always been around. It's just now, for some reason, they get promoted because of it. Alright, what else was I doing? I need to turn in some of these shits.
Hey, you!
Hey, you.
The house of the priest, and they are
I already know these.
About the mansions?
yes.
The orcs seem to be interested in the library of the scholars.
Do you think they can read the ancient language?
I don't think so, but who knows?
Perhaps you should make sure that they go away, nevertheless.
Already
The
done.
House of the Healers is in the middle of the swampy area and is defended by many stone sentinels.
So it is still standing?
Yes, but I wonder for how much longer.
It pains my soul to see the witness.
The man...
He may. It's,
Yeah, we know. I mean, I don't judge people for how they make their money as long as it's legit. You know, you're not dealing drugs or robbing people or something, running a scam. But yeah, if people want to give you their hard-earned money just because they saw your cleavage online, then fuck it, take it. It's their money. They're the idiots.
The orcs will soon lose interest in this area.
What makes you say that?
Their leader is dead.
Let's just hope you are. We really don't need.
Well, what's this new article in Europe? Is it that copyright thing that like everyone's worried about makes memes illegal? I don't need this.
I cannot teach.
Okay, you can't even teach us anyway. We're too magely.
Satyrus sent me. Raven has made his... Satyrus...
By Adonai, he must have... According to the records, his grave was in the caves under the fortress. You will have to do the same. But you cannot ask Card, the grave of the warrior. You will have to find it. It is written in these inscriptions how a believer of Adonos can summon a spirit.
Do you think that'll really work?
I've read a lot of crazy ramblings. For example, the writings of Iberion, the leader of the Brotherhood of the Sleeper. But I believe every word of the author of these writings.
The Brotherhood of the Sleeper didn't spread just lies. The Sleeper really existed.
But it wasn't their lies that made them implausible. It was their words as such. They were more confusing than believable. They showed the excessive use of the swamp weed they smoked. It is the seriousness and prudence in the words on this stone tablet that convince me that this man wrote the truth.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you should see a therapist for that. Yeah, I don't know what these, a lot of these copyright rules, they sound more horrifying than they really end up being. Because, like, you know, the whole net neutrality thing in the US really hasn't turned into much after the FCC banned it. But I think a lot of it's still tied up in litigation right now, so I don't know if we've really seen what it's capable of.
Why Korhodron? Why not the High Priest Cardamon?
Raven has... We shall...
Because people want to control the internet. That's really all it is. It's that simple. Like, corporations hate the idea that the internet is so open to, you know, free use and, you know, free ideas and all this kind of shit. They want to be able to, if they can't control the content, they're going to control access to it and make money off of it. That's what it is.
Are you really...
I want...
I mean, nobody should ever be surprised that a corporation is willing to sacrifice your freedoms for their profit. I don't know why I rested. I'm pretty sure I'm already at full everything. You know, it occurs to me, if you know what spells you want, you could probably make a decent profit just creating rune stones and selling them. But there aren't enough rune stones to make every spell in the game anyway, so that might not be a good idea. Alrighty, well, we've been to all the mansions, haven't we? Oh no, we haven't gone to the Guardians yet. I guess let's go this route first. We'll clear the Shadow Beast Cave. Get the treasure there, then we'll do the jump to find Malcolm. And then we'll go do the last mansion and speak with Quar Hodron. I got a couple Fire Rain scrolls, I think. I did dig one out of the ground. Behind this one. I'm getting to it. Behold. Good call. I can never memorize where, like, important stuff like scrolls are. That's why I try to make a habit of just exploring everything, because... yeah, I never remember where everything is. I remember one of the first times I went through Jarkandar, I got mixed up, and I thought that this was the stunt bonus cave that you can jump down. I realized when I landed with a splat that it was not. Yes. 'Cause I didn't realize that the first time, so I would keep going up and like jumping back down. And I thought I was getting 100 XP every single time. But then I realized it said malice, which I didn't know what that meant, but it was also saying minus 100 XP. That's when I realized that I was actually losing XP every time I tried to exploit it. Exploit malice. I don't even know if that's a word in English. I mean, it sounds like a Latin word, but I've never heard the term malice used as like an antonym to bonus. Control spells and heavy guards so I can get the guard armor. I never even thought of doing that. I never really played around with a control spell until I did the Gothic 1 walkthrough. Never really occurred to me to try and use it to get free shit. But it's kind of funny that Shadow Beasts are even tougher than the Fire Devils when you have ice spells. Financial penalty incurred by a trader, investor, or banker. Interesting. I've never heard it used in like a legal term or anything, but... oh, I see what you mean.
I found something.
Yeah, I didn't know you couldn't open their inventory, but that makes sense. That'd be way too easy. We are rolling deep. wasn't even paying attention to what I picked up out of that dig. I don't know why we're getting like a seashore wind sound when we're in that cave. Ooh, a gold ring. Kind of funny, this is the only weapon of this type in the game. It's called the boarding knife. It's the exact same model as the cutlass. It requires the same strength, but for some reason the cutlass has 5 more damage. I think it was before I went to college. I stopped playing WoW. Just because, like, I never had anybody to play with. I didn't, like... I played it off and on when my brother owned the account, because he would stop paying for it for a while, and then I wouldn't be able to play it. And then, when I, like, anytime I came back, anybody that I was, like, friends with was onto new characters or onto new servers and shit. So, eventually I just gave up because I had nobody to play with.
How's it look?
Who are you? Are you one of the bandits?
Do I look like one?
Nah. Judging from your clothes, you've come a long way.
Well, he's got one of the weirdest voices.
What's up?
My buddy Malcolm has disappeared. One of those filthy lurkers attacked us. So we fled into this cave. But that lurker came after us. Malcolm fought with it. And then they both fell into that hole over there. Seems to be full of water. The lurker and Malcolm continued to fight down there for a while. I have no idea whether he's still alive or not.
I don't know, I'm curious to get back into WoW. I don't know if I'd be able to tell what made it worse. So they say. Because I actually never played any of the expansions. Because, well, I never paid for them. But I think I stopped playing around the time of the Lich King expansion. Like, I think that had just come out when I, like, finally just stopped playing.
How do I get down?
It beats me.
This guy is actually back in the pirate camp and only moves here at a certain point. I think when Greg comes back. Yeah, haven't some people already played it? Didn't they do a beta test? I think the main thing that people don't like is how less PvP friendly it's become. Stun bonus. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious to give it a shot again, but I've never really been a big MMO person. And playing solo got boring for me after a while. I think the main problem is I barely have time to do like games anyway. So trying to pick up an MMO, I would like never get around to doing videos or anything. Making a goblin just to go through the starting zone? I didn't know you could be a goblin. That definitely wasn't was not a race you could pick until recently then. Oh crap. Fuck you! Everything fucked up. Hello PT Storm, and also hello Martin. I realized I never greeted you when you came in. I still have fond memories of Goldshire, honestly, from WoW. I don't know why. I always like to spend time there, even when I was like way higher level. It's just a cool place to hang out. I don't even know what a Worgen is. What, Goldshire? What's wrong with it? If they ruined Goldshire, then I'm definitely never playing again. Main spot for ERP? Oh. I don't exactly know what that means, but I can assume. Can't you turn off, like, global chats or something? So you don't have to listen to that shit? Yeah, that's what I figured it meant. And why do these weirdos have to ruin all the good places? I think, what's a dwarf starting place? Snowy place, because that was just like a close second favorite for me. Yeah, well, that was always a thing with WoW. Like, naked people walking around, you couldn't avoid it. I see. Are you, like, always in werewolf form, or do you still choose when to, like, transform? Oh, well, we found Angus and Honk. I see. I don't know, maybe I just never had the, like, MMO mentality, but I always found level grinding just to be wicked hard. It's like, I have friends who would, like, power level and be up to, like, level 60 in, like, 3 days. And that would drive me nuts, because it took me, like, 3 years to get to level 60. Maybe I will play it again. Just for old time's sake. I don't know if I'll stay subscribed for long. But it could be cool. I've done that before. The last time I really played WoW was I just did the free trial, or the, free up to level 20 with a friend of mine. We were both playing to see if we would ever bother subscribing. And we didn't. Oh, yeah? Those weren't even factions when I played. Actually, I think the Blood Elves might have... Actually, no, both of them had just become factions when I last, like, played full-time. I think. What I always loved about WoW, really, were the cinematics, so... I mean, Blizzard has always had amazing cinematics, but the WoW ones were... like, wow. 2006, that makes sense. I think I was a sophomore in high school. I might have played it up through when I was a senior, I really don't remember. I remember I took the install discs with me to college.
I'm staying out of it.
But I ended up, like, blowing all my money so fast on other shit that I realized I couldn't afford to be subscribed to an MMO for $15 a month.
Will it ever change?
I don't remember why I came back here. Oh yeah, I gotta talk to, Morgan and the other guy.
About Angus and Hank?
What?
I found them. They're dead.
Dead as doornails. Poor devils. Well, it was only to be expected. You should tell Bill, if you haven't done so yet. But break it to him gently. He's still young.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I know who murdered Angus and Hank.
I don't care who murdered them. What about my grog?
Same old thing, all over again.
I ain't got it, because we would have to have paid for it.
Same old
Let me
thing.
see 3 reforged.
That's not what I
Oh, well.
Hey,
I don't think I ever played anything besides the first Warcraft, as far as real Warcraft games.
I found you.
And
They're dead.
those.
I already got him.
I know
Who?
his name.
You've got to do that. He must not.
He's gunning.
Juan is his.
And?
Come on.
Oh, well.
I never played StarCraft either.
Hey, you.
Great. Now Greg is making me saw planks.
Alright, well, good for you.
About Angus and... I found them.
So tell me already.
They're dead.
The ring. What about the ring?
Here it is.
Yes, that's it. Here, take this stone tablet.
I love how he gives us that old stone tablet as a reward. The first time he gave it to me, I thought he gave me one of the good ones, but then I realized, no, this guy's a skinflint. I like a few RTS games. It's hard for me to get into the ones that are all about... I don't know how to explain it. I'm just not that good at them because I'm not good at like balancing units to like support each other. I think I got too used to really simplified ones like Dawn of War, where it was just all about, okay, have a a blend of melee and ranged characters, and just stack your army with super OP units. Yeah, the first Dawn of War was fun. I wish they had gotten... I wish the sequels were more like Company of Heroes. Because that was a decent RTS with like good cover mechanics, bullet mechanics, and decent army sizes and really good maps. They fucked it up with Dawn of War 2 because their maps were terrible. And they fucked it up with Dawn of War 3, which I never played because... They went back to the shitty cover mechanics of the first game. I mean, not exactly, but just really dumbed down cover mechanics and more of like a MOBA style, grind across the map. And the maps again sucked because it was all about lanes more than like terrain. And that's what I hate about those kind of RTS games. They are billions. Risen 1 stream shot again. I mean, I'll do Risen 1 again. When all of my Gothic 2 stuff is like done with, I might do a new fresh walkthrough for that, because that was one of the first ones I had started. Actually, I think it was the first LP I started and actually finished. It just took me a while. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I hear you. Take that. Morning, Lucifer. Does he not know that they're the same developer? Some nice stuff to sell to Bosper up here. I mean, that's the way I always saw Risen, was it was an attempt to return to form while still separating and showing that they could do something other than Gothic. So it was a very different kind of theme and environment and that kind of thing, but still drew heavily from their design philosophies of the first two Gothic games. And then they decided they're going to do Risen 2 and fuck it all up again. I don't know why that would be confusing, because it worked the first time, and Gothic 3 did not work. Oh god, I hate harpies. Alright, I must use the restroom, so I will be right back.